Hello traders, welcome back to the market review and the trade review for 9/16/2024. I will be going over some strategies today, so stay tuned till the end and we will go over all the details. As always, if you're enjoying these contents, please like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification icon. So when I was looking at the morning at the 1 hour chart, I saw this 4 bars that came down, right? So that actually convinced me that there may be a chance that the market will be coming down for another leg at least. And based on that understanding, we actually shorted at 56.30 with a 5-point stop loss to the upside because I was hoping that we will not get above this close of last week and we will keep coming to the downside. So once we shorted at 56.30, the first exit was of course at 10 points at 56.20, and then we were holding on to the runner. But when I saw this particular bar, this was the bar number 3, I came out of this trade above this particular bar. Now let us get back to the RTA chart at this point. Now the idea was that 18 to 21 has to break down before we see further downside, right? However, since I saw this, it did not break out the 18 to 21 area and we bounced above that. And this was actually 22.5, the high of bar number 3. We went long here again above bar number 3 and our first exit was at the open of the day, and then we held on to it and I think we came out somewhere at the top of this bar because that actually gave us 20 points. So we came out in the 20-point area again. The other reason for coming out was we were waiting for the 10 o'clock news to come in, whatever news it is. And along with that, I was looking at this particular wedge as well on the RTA chart. So as soon as we came close to this wedge, I actually came out because I was still thinking that the hourly bears are going to get a second leg down. Now at 10 o'clock, we had the strong bar that came out. It came below the open of the day, but it did not close bullish, right? It still ended as a bearish bar. So I was waiting to see if we can get above these areas at some point of time, but that never happened. And we got this bar that closed strong below the EMA. Then we considered that this was the first leg down, this was the second leg down, and finally the third one worked. And since this was strong, we actually shorted below this. And this time I was trying to see whether we can get below the low of this particular bar. So we took the first profit again at this previous low at 18.25 and then held on to, and we came out around 56.10. That was the target because this was the line that I was looking at for price to reach. And then I was thinking that if it goes down further, then we will be targeting the 56.75. But I wanted to take some profit here because it was 40 points from the top of the day. Now let us take a look at the reversal attempts, right? This was the first reversal attempt. It did not work. Of course, it came down. This was the second reversal attempt. Of course, it came down. This was the third reversal attempt and it came down again. This was the fourth reversal attempt that happened. And then we had the fifth reversal attempt. Now, when you have the fifth reversal attempt, you have to assume that mostly the previous trend that was there is coming to an end. And especially because we are in a bull trend, we have to consider that after a significant drop, if there are 5 reversal attempts, then mostly the bears have become very weak and they will just try to break even and then the bulls will take over. So I was waiting for that to happen. And when bar number 35 happened, we came back to this low and started bouncing here again. I actually bought the high of bar number 35. Also, if you notice at this point of time, we have started making higher lows here. And it is at this point that I drew these trend lines. I drew the trend line at the bottom and then I also drew the trend line at the top right here. And after that, we actually went long above bar number 35 and I was hoping to get a 1:1 of this whole move to the upside once bar number 36 happened. And my target was in the 5632 area and I took my profit in the 5632 area itself. The other reason, apart from this measured move, the reason I came out was because this was looking like a climactic bar and we also had this wedge top, and that was the reason we came out of all our trades at the 5632 area. Now again, if you start looking at the chart once more, after this we had this new low. So this was the first entry long, this was H1, this was H2, this was H3, then we had H4, we came back down again and we had H5. So I actually put a stop order right at 5637, but that never got taken out and we came back down. What I did was I went long at the low of this H5 at 5630. Again, the stop loss was at 5 points below that. and I was hoping to get a new high. I was thinking that if we could get a 1:1 of this again to the upside and get back to the 45 area, but I was willing to take my profit at the 41 area, which was the high of last week. So we took our first contract off at the top of bar number 66, and then my limit order finally got executed at 5640 once again, and that was all the trades that we took today. Now, just because it is TradingView, you do not see my orders here, the order executions. I actually trade on a different platform called Ninja Trader, and that is where my executions happen. So in order to summarize, we shorted at 5630. We got this short. We came out of our runner above bar number 3. We went long again above bar number 3, and we exited at the 20-point mark. We shorted below bar number 11 again and came out of all our contracts at 5609. After that, we scalped here for a little bit. And then we went long above bar number 35, and we took our profit at 5632. And after that, again, we went long at 5630 and took our profits at 5638 and 5640 respectively. So those were all the trades that happened today. So the point that I wanted to drive from this video was, if you are in a bullish trend and if you are seeing a pullback and then you see there are 5 attempts to go long, you have to consider that the bearish pressure is dead. You have to wait for the bears to come out of their positions, and then you can actually go long and get a 1:1 of the last spike that you had. I will be back in the evening again with the expectations for tomorrow and the support resistance areas that we created today. This is where I will end this video, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye.